Welcome to the one above all else. It is a rarity to walk inside something that is truly record-breaking, and that is what this penthouse is. Right now, we are inside a space, allowing cameras to see it for the first time ever. This is the highest residential home on the planet, with the tallest private ballroom on Earth, and the highest residential terrace in the world. This is the penthouse at Central Park Tower. Comprising of 3 floors on the 129th, 130th, and 131st floors of 217 West 57th Street in New York City. We have 17,545 square feet interior. We have 1,433 square feet of exterior, a terrace unlike anything I have ever seen. This home is the most expensive home in the United States. We are priced at $250 million, and it couldn't be more worth it. This is a tour unlike any we have ever done before. This is the definition of a property trophy. This is like buying a Monet, a Picasso, a Dali, a Basquiat. This is a true work of art. So let's get going. We have a lot to see. Now, this is the pinnacle home in this tower. Central Park Tower, where we are, is the newest and most luxurious residential tower, not only in New York, but I would say in the world. The amenities which we're going to show you are incredible, from multiple swimming pools, multiple living spaces, a 100th floor private club and restaurant, curated by 3 Michelin star chefs, the staff, everything. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Top of the line luxury and services here. But this apartment is so unique because it was designed specifically to be the ultimate trophy home. Not only is it the highest residential home on Earth, so that's already a record, but how do you take a space and find this type of volume, right? How do you take one space that's almost 18,000 square feet and create the perfect home? Just the engineering feat of taking one space and carving out the perfect 7 formal bedrooms, 8 full bathrooms, 3 powder rooms, 1 family formal kitchen, 1 chef catering kitchen, 1 grand salon, 1 private ballroom, so many other bonus spaces. I mean, there's a lot here. And it is truly perfect. It is really a trophy. Now, the building itself has a really interesting history. And you can't fully appreciate this penthouse without knowing where this all started. The tower was first put together, basically, the assemblage to build this massive skyscraper that's 1,550 feet in the air, by the way. First started in 2005. It's been nearly 17 years. And this is the first unveiling of this penthouse. But the construction timeline of the building alone took 9 years, on top of all the years of planning. And there's a cost to all of this. Now you might say, okay, $250 million for one big penthouse, but there's this. To just get to this floor to build the building, all the time and effort that goes into it and all the costs, the final construction costs for Central Park Tower are about $3 billion. To get to this point, the developer Extel, led by Gary Barnett, they're a visionary because no one else would imagine a space such as this to bring this to market for one special potential purchaser. I'll get more into the history because I'm so fascinated by it. The engineering feat, the mechanical feat, the structural feats. This building has the largest and heaviest tuned damper, which keeps the building from moving and making it more comfortable for the residents in the world. In any building, it's almost 2.4 million pounds. This huge counterweight. It's insane, right? It's crazy. There's 360 million pounds of concrete just in this whole building. It's wild. It's wild. But I can't believe we haven't actually shown you the park yet. Let's go look at the park. So you're going to see a lot of Central Park on this tour. Central Park is what makes this building. I mean, it is called Central Park Tower, rising nearly 1,600 feet over the most famous park in the world. It's really incredible to see. And at this time of year, as the park changes colors, it's completely wild. But you're also looking at every other building in New York City. You're seeing every state. You're looking as far as the Atlantic Ocean, deep past, Massachusetts at this point, looking as far south as the eye can see, as far north as the eye can see. You can actually see the curvature of the Earth at this level. There is no other home on the planet like this. The park is incredible. Now, this is the Grand Salon, and I wanted to spend a lot of time in this space with you, really showing you this because you've got over 27-foot ceilings. It's an amazing room, and this room alone is nearly 3,000 square feet. And before we get to any other rooms, I just want to take in the volume of this space. The furnishings, and this is the first time we've shown them ever, are exquisite. They're all brought in custom from all over the world, Brazil, Italy, you name it. We found the perfect pieces curated by Cheryl Eisen and her team at IMG. This piece alone was so much fun. This is done by Vicky Barranguet, Uruguayan artist based here in New York City. All of the art you'll see is curated by Natasha Roberts of The Know. So we've had some amazing partners who've come together to bring the best of the best into this space. And you'll also notice there's a low-lying nature to the furniture, right? When you have this type of glass, these types of ceilings, these types of views, the furnishings should accent the space, not take away from the space. That said, the dining room is so powerful. I want to see what you think. Wait till you see this. Welcome to the formal dining room in the highest penthouse on Earth. Now, obviously, in nearly 18,000 square feet, the Grand Salon could be your dining room. The conservatory, which we haven't even seen, there is a conservatory in this apartment, could be your dining room. But I love this space because there is the juxtaposition between nearly 30-foot ceilings, and these are extra high ceilings too, but for dinner, for a formal dinner, for a table like this with this gorgeous panda marble, with these chairs by Adrian Pearsall, this chandelier by Gabriel Scott, this gorgeous art, I think in this room is also done by Vicky, brings it kind of home. There's a lot of homes that we show, mostly in Los Angeles and different parts of the world, where they're beautiful, they're expensive, but how could you live there, right? They feel almost uninviting sometimes. This penthouse has the exact opposite effect. It is incredibly grand, it's incredibly luxurious, there's nothing like it in the entire world, but you can also live here. You can use this. You can have a fashion show here with 300 people, but you could also play video games in the main living room with the biggest screen on Earth. Right? That's what makes this home so much fun. And then look at these southern views. Here you can really see the curvature of the Earth, but you can also see the angle of Manhattan in a way that I've never been able to see before unless I'm in a helicopter. You have the entirety of Lower Manhattan. You can sit here and you can watch the ball drop in Times Square. I don't know if we can zoom in on that, but that's Times Square right now, and the ball is up there already waiting for the new year, this December now, and it says 2022. So pretty soon that's gonna click over to 2023. And then we're looking down on skyscrapers. We are in a building that is so tall that we are looking down on little buildings that on the ground are super tall skyscrapers. Like, we are above right now the top of 432 Park Avenue. We're above 111 West 57th. We're above 157 West 57, which was the first Billionaires Row tower built by this same developer. It's crazy. We are above the Empire State Building. And the Chrysler Building, oh, I found it. It's right there. Little guy. Wild. Now, if we wrap around this way, we've got kitchen number 1. The kitchen is gorgeous. Custom stone, beautiful marble throughout. The whole kitchen is custom by Small Bone Devices. So true luxury custom kitchen. You're doing your dishes here, or your staff is doing the dishes, and you've got that view that is so crazy, it looks fake, right? Like, we are so high up, it just looks fake. And these views are protected. I mean, there's no other building that could be this high right here. I remember selling that penthouse right there at the Park Imperial, 230 West 56th Street, and needing a band to come in so I could get it sold. I actually sold all 3 penthouses there. Penthouse A, Penthouse B, Penthouse C. I sold 69A in that building. I could stand here and run you through my entire history as a real estate broker with everything that I've sold over the years. It's nuts. We're above the edge right now at Hudson Yards. Crazy. And the kitchen here isn't just the kitchen, it's fully eat-in, right? You have top of the line appliances, there's Miele everything, but you could also do your own thing. I've sold a lot of homes where people spend hundreds of millions of dollars, and then they come in and they completely rip everything up, and they do their own kitchen, they do their own breakfast room. All of the furniture in this room has been imported from Brazil, fits the room perfectly, and the wallpaper is so cool. It's like day waves, almost cloud-like, right? And this is a view we haven't seen yet either together, because you've got 360-degree views here. So now we're looking directly out over the Hudson River. So New Jersey, Newark Airport, and again, as far as the eye can see, due west. And look at the volume in here too. I don't know if you can see, but like how high the ceilings are just in this breakfast room. Now, also on this floor, you have 2 full bedrooms, both en suite, great guest rooms, in-law suites, security, staff, could be home offices. You could put a gym down here. And then we've got a lot more. And we've only barely scratched the surface of this floor. Remember, there's 3 full floors. Something that we actually don't talk about a lot in these tours, but something I have to mention here, is the grand entry foyer. We started the tour in what is called the Grand Salon, because that's what it is. But this hallway is so extra wide, in part because it just makes it that much more luxurious, but it's a great art hallway. It's a great gallery space. So you'll see as we go through, there's some exquisite art that's hanging on the walls, but just imagine some of the most expensive artwork in the world just gracing these hallways only in the entryway. It's pretty incredible. And there's a staircase down there that's gonna totally blow your mind. But before we get there, let's go to the conservatory. This is the conservatory. We call it the conservatory, not just because we have a telescope, but because you are truly above all else. The website for this apartment is theoneaboveallelse.com, because it is the tallest home on earth. We're above every other residential tower in New York City and around the world, and we're above light pollution here. One thing that you also see when we go to the terrace upstairs is we're above sound. So the noise that you hear in New York City, we're above it. It dissipates at about 100 stories, and on the terrace level, we're at 131 stories. So the honking, the New York City vibe and energy you have downstairs, you pull in your private bulletproof Escalade into the valet parking spot, and then you come upstairs and you're in complete serenity. It's pretty fantastic. And so this could be a sitting room. This could also be your dining room too, but I think it makes for an amazing moment here. It's really, really, really special. This couch is from Studio 27. These alternating rings in the chandelier are by Cameron Design House. And then you obviously have this insane view. This might be my favorite room with this view because it is inviting, right? It's a really, really gorgeous, gorgeous space. And the volume in this home is something that I'm gonna try not to talk too much about because I don't wanna repeat myself over and over and over, but it's something that has to be said. And then this is the office to end all offices. All custom furniture. You have this really, really cool cork and metallic wallpaper that will shimmer at night. So as you're doing huge deals, you're here, you're buying a company or you're doing whatever you do as the king or queen of the world. The entire room in here will glitter with the New York City lights and the starlight because you can actually see the stars up here. It's really pretty insane, nuts. I'm so obsessed with the park from here. You can count all the baseball fields and you're looking down at the ice rink now. Everyone's skating around. These people, they must be tourists. Do they not have jobs? It's like a Thursday right now. All right, let's keep going. So also on this floor, you obviously have bathrooms, a significant amount of storage space. You've got your own private elevator that hits all 3 floors. So you never have to take this massive staircase I'm about to show you if you don't want to. You have your own elevator. You have a gorgeous den. We've outfitted it with all Bang & Olufsen equipment. It's pretty insane. And then you have the grand staircase. Now this staircase alone took years of planning, design, and coordination. You have a nearly 50-foot glass atrium here. You can see this staircase from space. When it's lit up at night, you can see it from multiple states, from airplanes. It's insane. The staircase is an architectural wonder, and it is also a piece of art in and of itself. I mean, just look up. It's wild. The chandelier that floats over 40 feet. It's just such a wow, wow, wow moment. And so how do you take a space like this, not do a spiral staircase, but do a waving staircase, do a winding staircase that you also can't really tie in, right? Meaning that structurally, this staircase is cantilevered and self-supporting because you're not gonna tie into the exterior beams, right? The staircase isn't tied into the facade. You just have it tied into the slabs, right? And then anchored as you go up. You've got this curved glass, this incredible banister, and then you have this amazing view of Manhattan, the entirety of the Upper West Side, the Hudson River, as you go up and as you go down. On the landing, for the 130th floor, we're nearly 1,400 feet, actually a little bit over, in the air right now. You have your residential floor. Your secondary bedrooms, your secondary junior suites, the bathrooms, the bedrooms, the views, the volume, the closet space from every bedroom is incredible. They are all fit for royalty. And then you have the primary suite to end all primary suites. Behind me is a sitting room, because when you enter this primary, you might need to take a second just to remind yourself how amazing you are for owning this penthouse. This could also be a dressing room, but you have every single view here. Again, looking out over the park, there's no need for privacy here because no one can see you. You're above everything and everyone. So yes, we have window treatments, and yes, you will have, blinds and shades, but you're never gonna need them, ever. Down this hallway, you have two primary bathrooms. Your two primary bathrooms, opposite ends of the hall. This one has this incredible view and your floating tub. Gorgeous stone, floor to ceiling. Because you have two bathrooms, you have singular vanities, massive, massive rain showers, huge water closets, and then this view. Just imagine taking a bubble bath here, right? Pure serenity. Very, very zen, very, very much a spa environment up here. And again, you have shade pockets, everything is wired. You can easily put in power shades if you want to, but you wouldn't need to. No one can see you. You're above everybody. This is, I think, the highest primary bathroom on planet Earth. Probably the highest, tallest residential tub on Earth. Just let that sink in. Just let it sink in. And then you have your primary bedroom. In the primary bedroom. Custom furniture throughout because you have such high ceilings. You are awoken gently by the sun coming out of the east. You have northern light out over the park and the entirety of Manhattan the entire day. And the room is so large. The bedroom, you have an entire separate sitting area. Behind us are two humongous dressing rooms, walk-in closets. And you could completely reconfigure this whole floor if you want to. If you wanted to have a 2,000 square foot dressing room, you could easily do that. If you wanted this bedroom to be 3,000 square feet, you could push back this wall. There's a lot you can do. What's kind of fun here is almost through this reflection here, you're looking down into the grand salon where we started the tour, because these windows are part of that double height space. And then above you, you get a sneak peek of your terrace, the highest terrace in the world. And then you've got these views. You have outlets everywhere for floor lamps, extra high ceilings, multiple junction boxes for the most incredible chandeliers you are ever going to see. I mean, I cannot wait to see what someone does with this space. At the top of the stairs, floor 131, 16 feet in the air. That's 1,416. We reach our private ballroom. Now we've left the ballroom unfurnished because I think it's so exquisite to see it almost naked. And you can imagine what you can do with the space on your own. Nearly 30-foot ceilings, the highest private ballroom on the planet. You can do a full plated dinner here with hundreds. You can do a fashion show here. Private elevator entrance is there, building elevator entrance through that door. 2 powder rooms, catered kitchen, and then multiple other bedrooms on this floor as well, with massive southern views that you can use as bedrooms. You could use them as private gym. You could use them for security too. You could do a virtual arcade room if you wanted to. The possibilities are endless. The single pane pieces of glass here are 12 feet high, floating over the park. I mean, what? It's nuts to me. When I first got into the business, I remember walking down Central Park South, looking up at 1 Central Park West, looking up at the Time Warner Center, and just in awe of how tall those buildings were as residential towers. Because as someone not from New York City originally, it's pretty insane to create new space in the air. Right now, we are above helicopters. A true work of art, a true trophy, a wonder of the world, really. So you could do anything here. You could also make this a basketball court. You could go to town. You could be crazy in here. Now, before I take you to the terrace, I want to show you the catering kitchen because it is so special and no other penthouse has this. Come look. So for all of my chefs out there, or anyone who just likes to entertain, have a party, remember this penthouse has 2 full kitchens. This is an entire chef's catering prep kitchen. Multiple refrigerators, multiple freezers. And again, you can have a dinner in this ballroom with hundreds of people and be completely fine. Multiple different prep rooms also on this floor. This penthouse was designed not just for a family, but also for someone who could entertain if you want to, and really, really entertain. I mean, this penthouse was designed not just to be the most perfect penthouse on the planet, but also the most functional. Right? You can entertain here. You could have hundreds of people and feed them dinner here. We did it. We just had a mastermind for some of the top agents around the world. They flew in from everywhere, from Dubai, from all over the world, and we just had a dinner here in the ballroom. It was insane, crazy. So multiple refrigerators, multiple freezers, and probably the greatest view of any catering kitchen ever. Okay, I know you've been waiting, so let's go. I'm gonna take you to a terrace 1,416 feet above New York City. The piece de resistance, the creme de la creme, the highest terrace on the planet, private just for the penthouse owner. You look up, you have the remaining of the skyscraper here, over 100 feet of building above you, but nobody else. Large enough to put whatever you want up here, really. Now, I've sold many penthouses around the city, many penthouses around the world, in fact, and never before have I seen anything like this. Most of the times, by the time you get to the top of a building that's this high, you don't have a terrace because most buildings are too narrow. This building happens to be extra large. The floor plate is so large. There's a cantilever on this building at about the 30th floor where the building actually gets wider before it goes up, wider than the base, versus some other towers that are either just pure pencils or they get narrower as you get towards the top. So you have anchor weights here for your furniture, but I don't know if you can tell, but it is so calm up here. And like I said, you're above noise. The only noise that I can hear right now on this terrace off of the ballroom is, I guess, 1 or 2 helicopters, I think. And the glass is so reflective that you actually have this amazing reflective wall that makes the space feel even bigger. This glass is completely protective, right? Protects you from the wind, protects you from the elements. You are gonna get a lot of sun up here if you come out here in the summer, so just SPF beware, but it's all triple paned and extra high. So kids, dogs, families, it's incredibly safe and really, really amazing. Like, it's insane what you can do out here. You also have a separate entrance right there that takes you back to kind of the staff quarters and back to the catering kitchen. And this is the penthouse at Central Park Tower. The first tour we've ever been able to do on video. The only thing we've released up until this point have been photos of specific moments. We still can't show every bedroom. We're keeping those private for our future owner, but we wanted to give you more than just a sneak peek. A true property tour of one of the most fantastic homes that will ever be created, ever, to be completely honest. A true engineering feat. It took $3 billion of construction to get to this point. And on a clear day, you can see 6 states. 6 states. Insane. Look how small everything else is, right? You've got MetLife over there, Chrysler. You've got One Vanderbilt, that's the summit. People spend all that money just to get up there to see those views. Empire State Building, Bank of America Tower. You're looking right down into Times Square as the avenues converge. Completely wild. and then all the way south. And this developer also actually had the opportunity to build this building to either match or be higher than One World Trade, which is 1776 feet, and they chose not to. Because One World Trade should be the owner of that, right? There's no need for this building to be even taller than One World Trade and the Freedom Tower and everything that the World Trade Center means to the world and to New York City specifically. Statue of Liberty, every single bridge. There's truly nothing like this. For a trophy property owner or somebody who just wants the best of the best, never to be replicated ever again, this is the Penthouse at Central Park Tower, the highest residential home on the planet, with the tallest private ballroom on Earth, with the highest residential terrace in the world. 17,545 interior square feet, 7 full bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, 3 powder rooms, 2 kitchens, incredible storage space, private elevator, the amenities from the 100th floor club, with 3 Michelin star chefs having curated this incredible menu, private liquor tasting room, cigar room, lounge. You can hold events there, you can do weddings there, indoor pools, outdoor pools and lounges, private cinema in the building, basketball, squash, an incredible fitness center, an entire spa center just for you, a wellness floor in this building, a valet parking space. You can pull in, it's actually invisible to the street on 58th Street. It's really, really incredible, and so much more. Not to mention the staff that comes here, right? The dedication to luxury in Central Park Tower is unlike anything I have ever seen before. So this is the Penthouse, the one above all else. Now asking $250 million, our newest Sirhan signature listing. Thank you so much for watching this one-of-a-kind tour.